Peace Collective. What is going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is Milan. I am an intuitive tarot reader. If you guys are new here to this channel, welcome. If you guys are returning, welcome back. It means the world to me each and every single time you guys join. Thank you, thank you, thank you times 1,000 for being here and for deciding to spend your time and your energy here with me in these readings. As you guys know, this is going to be another general collective reading. However, as you can tell by the title, we are going to get into another deep dive today, okay? We're going to look a little bit further into the relationship between Jay-Z and Rihanna. If you guys are interested in readings that have more to do with music, entertainment, celebrities, I got an entire playlist already curated which circles more around readings like that, okay? It's called the Deep Dive series. So if that's more of your speed, make sure to go over to that playlist and check it out. I do love readings, okay? If you guys are interested in personal readings, I do offer them. All that information is going to be in the description box down below, like always. Just as a quick disclaimer, you guys, everything in this reading is for entertainment purposes only. Everything in this reading is going to be alleged until proven otherwise, okay? If you guys want to get in the comments, please feel free. I love to interact with you guys. Let me know what you know. If you have something to share or if there's something that I missed throughout the course of this reading, please feel free to share, okay? All I ask is that you just keep it respectful in the comments, all right? We don't know these people from a dry can of paint, so if you don't have anything nice to say or you don't have anything, constructive to add to the reading, please just keep it to yourself, all right? Or just keep it as respectful as you can, guys, okay? I really appreciate it. But yeah, we're gonna just get right into this. If you guys clicked on this reading, I'm pretty sure you guys already know who Jay-Z and Rihanna are. So Jay-Z is the head over at Roc Nation, married to Beyonce, and then you've got Rihanna, pop star princess, okay, billionaire mogul. She's got businesses in hair, um, uh clothes with the Fenty Savage line, makeup. Okay, so she's doing a lot right now. She's married, well, not married, but she's in a relationship with A$AP Rocky at this time. She's building her own little family over there. So she's doing her thing, right? More power to her. But I don't think I can say the same about Jay-Z, okay? If you guys are up to speed with what's going on in the media right now, okay, P. Diddy is under fire. He's about to rot under the lowest level underneath the prison, okay? And I can't help but feel like, Jay-Z over here is not too far behind, okay? I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, but anyway, let's get right to this reading. I have two cards already placed out to represent both. I've got a King of Wands here that's going to represent Jay-Z, being that he's a Sagittarius. And then I have a Queen of Cups here, which is going to represent Rihanna, being that she's a Pisces, okay? So we're going to start with a couple of Oracle cards. We'll start with Rihanna's portion first, and then we'll dive into some tarot a little bit later to clarify the messages, guys. Just so you're aware, when I am pulling cards, in this case, we're going to start with Rihanna. When I'm pulling cards, this is going to be her perspective on Jay-Z, okay? Whatever she's spoken to him, her perception when they're around each other, what is her POV? And it's going to be the same thing for Jay-Z when we switch sides, okay? So let's get right into this. Spirit, please give me some clear and concise messages regarding Jay-Z and Rihanna's relationship, please. How does Rihanna view Jay-Z? What is her perspective when it comes to Jay-Z, Spirit? Thank you. Oh, okay. First card out is Lightning. I wasn't expecting that. That was fast. I wasn't even done shuffling, but Lightning. This kind of gives me the Tower card energy, okay? It says sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. So I literally just said that like a minute ago. How Jay-Z is kind of, about to be on the chopping block, and he is not too far behind meeting the same type of fate, if you will, from P. Diddy, okay? And I can't help but feel like she's acknowledging this already, okay? Lightning, sudden change, shocking news. Granted, Rihanna has had a very, very long-term relationship with Jay-Z, not you know, marriage or relationship wise, guys, but business relationship, right? She was signed under him. So she's known him for years. I can only imagine the amount of things that Rihanna knows, or the things that she has seen, or what she has experienced herself, okay? And I will point out this Queen of Cups card. I know it's a little hard to see in the camera, but there's a lightning bolt in the sky right above her head, and then the first card out we have is lightning. So there's definitely going to be some type of, you know, information that is going to surprise people that comes out. She could even be viewing him, she could be viewing Jay-Z as somebody who may be a little surprised, or shocked by what will be coming out in the media regarding him. Okay, again, a tower moment, things you didn't really expect, the foundations crumbling, you know, transformation, things changing. All right, I'm gonna get one more of these cards for her as well. How is Rihanna reviewing Jay-Z at this time? Thank you. And you know, like lightning strike, that gives, I don't know why, but I was literally seeing him like raise his hand like a backhand, not necessarily striking anybody, but like it was a threat. He was about to strike somebody. You know, when you just threaten somebody real quick, like if you don't shut up, that type of vibe. That's literally what I just saw in my third eye. She could view him as somebody who could get, you know, a little, who has like a short temper, if you will, okay? I have wedding rings here. We know that Jay-Z is married to Beyonce, and again, this is Rihanna's perspective, what she's seeing, what she views, okay? Wedding rings. It says union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. So this is giving, I'm hearing that song by her and Jay-Z, Umbrella. She said something to the extent of she took an oath and she's sticking it out through the to the end. So there's some kind of like unspoken relationship is what I'm hearing, like unspoken promise, or this oath that I'm picking up here. She might have taken some type of oath to keep his secrets, or you know, to always have some type of like, I'm getting this weird spiritual connection between them two. It's not really so much physical. I'm getting something more like 5D-ish. It's like a spiritual marriage or something. That's kind of weird. This is getting weird already, guys. And if you're not familiar, I'm pretty sure a lot of you already are familiar, but Jay-Z, you know, he's connected to Beyonce. Beyonce kind of dips and dabbles in like the African spirituality stuff. But then at the same time, I feel like it's kind of mixed with like Satanism and just some other stuff, guys. Okay, it's very witchcraft vibes. I'm getting Jay-Z himself. He's a follower of Aleister Crowley. Okay, he's even been seen literally wearing a shirt that has a quote from Aleister Crowley's teachings. Okay, do what thou wilt. You can look that up yourself if you need, if you'd like, you guys. You don't have to take my word for it, but Jay-Z has some very interesting views when it comes to spirituality and religious practices, if you will, okay? But wedding rings, yeah, she took some kind of promise or oath to not like speak up or say something, but I can't help but feel like she's like not gonna have a choice but to speak up and say something. Okay, and on top of that, we know that he's married to Rihanna, not Rihanna, I'm sorry, Jay is married to Beyonce. Okay, so with this coming out next to lightning, she could be viewing Jay as somebody who's going to be going through some type of upheaval in his marriage. Okay? Okay, whether that be like a separation, a divorce, things coming out that may have gone on between Jay and Beyonce that the public doesn't know about. Okay, and we got to understand, like, Rihanna is just as tapped in behind the scenes as a Beyonce or Jay-Z or Nicki Minaj, okay, a Kanye. She's just as tapped in. Just because she's quiet and, you know, does her own thing doesn't mean she's not hip to what's going on, okay? So it's almost as if she knows what's coming before the public does, okay? Very weird energy I'm getting off of this already. I'm going to hop over to Jay real quick with the same deck and see what comes out for him, okay? And again, when I'm pulling cards, in this case for Jay-Z, this is his perspective of Rihanna, okay? So please give us some clear, concise messages regarding Jay-Z and his POV, or how is he feeling in regards to Rihanna? Thank you. Okay, heartbroken. Okay, it says deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, or mourning. He is such a narcissist. Oh my gosh. So with this coming out, he could view Rihanna as somebody who is, and again, this is not my perspective, this is not my POV, this is, I'm channeling through Jay-Z right now. I feel almost like a little clouded and like wishy-washy in my head right now. I don't really know how to explain it, guys, but I feel like there's like a single marble in like a container, and like that marble is my brain and somebody is just shaking it around. If you can visualize what I mean, what I'm trying to say, then yeah, okay. But I just get narc vibes with Jay-Z. It's like he could view her as somebody who's sad without him, you know, like she's not doing as well without me, la 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 la. Even though Rihanna has only ascended, okay, throughout her entire career, like ever since I was a kid up until where I'm at now, and where she's at now, it's like it's only gotten bigger and better for her. So why would she be sad or heartbroken because she's not connected to you anymore, Jay-Z? You get what I mean? Okay, grieving, mourning, feeling lost, breakup. Now, if you guys saw my reading about Rihanna and A$AP Rocky, I did not too long ago, it did kind of come out that, you know, they go through these spats of not really going through, not really doing the best, okay? And I think that, you know, being that Jay-Z's very tapped in, he may be aware of that, okay? Maybe like heard it through the grapevine, or I don't really, I'm gonna clarify and we'll go further, but I'm not really getting so much that Rihanna and Jay-Z are on some kind of like friendly accord where they just hit up each other and call each other, check in all the time, you know. Maybe like if it was really, really necessary, you know, they may reach out, but it's not giving me so much like, oh, we're buddy buddy, or I can just call her up, or she just calls him up when she needs something. It's not really giving that. Okay, but he could view her as somebody who's going through some things in her relationship as well, but interesting. Why is this here? Why is this here? The snake. Wow. Okay. It says competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, and the other woman. So we already know Rihanna was kind of the other woman when it comes to, you know, Jay being in a relationship with Beyonce. He's been with Beyonce for the longest, okay? Like attached at her hip since she went solo damn near. And then Rihanna came up maybe a year or two after Beyonce did. So they're very like tightly knit, more than, you know, people may want to assume, okay? Not enough. Interesting. It says frustrated in relationship. I just said that. Like, Jay knows something here about Rihanna going through it in her relationship right now. He may have tried to like use that to like exploit them, or, you know, make it seem like Rihanna is, you know, not happy or something. I don't know, but I can't help but feel like if Rihanna were to speak or say something regarding Jay-Z and his dealings, he would try to put it out in the media that Rihanna and A$AP are going through some type of quote unquote abusive relationship, or, you know what I mean, try to like spin the narrative about what's not really true. I hope that makes sense, guys, okay? But it says lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear and ego issues, jealousy. So yeah, and the snake card here, Jacob, again, from a very narcissistic point of view here. That's why I think it's a little hard for me to even try to decipher this message, because it's like, how do you even think out of this mindset? But he could view her as somebody who's jealous of his marriage with Beyonce, jealous of, you know, them being a power couple together, sad that, you know, he didn't want to be with her like he's with Beyonce. She was just the side chick. And he could be viewing her as someone who's upset about it, or jealous, or feeling away. And then you have the snake card. It's like, I think he's very concerned or worried about her speaking up and quote unquote betraying him. Okay, again, this spiritual connection, this oath that they share. If she speaks up, he will view her as a snake and try to come after her. Okay? Very interesting. I don't like that. Wow, I can't believe how like deep this has gotten already, and I did not mean to spend this long on just that one oracle deck, but this is a lot. I want to switch oracles really quick. I'm going to use the Panther Oracle. I'm going to hop back to Rihanna real fast and see what comes out for her, okay? Spirit, what is Rihanna's point of view, or how is she feeling in regards to Jay-Z? Thank you. Pride, yeah. Like, he has his own foot stuck up his own ass so far. Like, it's going to take an eternity to pull the foot out of his own ass, okay? The number 4 is on top of this card. It says self-esteem, self-worth, and ego. Nicki feels the same way about Jay-Z. I did a reading about Nicki's relationship with him. Same type of energy, like somebody who operates out of straight pride and ego. Okay, the man on this card is sitting behind the desk on a laptop, so that's kind of insinuating like he's the businessman. He's got the crown on his head, so he's the head honcho. He's the man in charge. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm kind of picking up that energy where Jay-Z and Rihanna both corroborated the same story about how she was in his office till like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and he was threatening her, like, you're not leaving this office until you sign. Either, you know, you're gonna go out the door with the signed contract, or out the window. There's no other option. Some crazy shit like that. Okay, so I feel like there's a lot of things that she reminisces about when it comes to him, like being in power or having some type of control over her. It's like a lot of memories replay in her head about certain things that she dealt with him. Okay? And even this, like on this pride card, you can tell he's in like an office building in the middle of like a city. I know it's a little hard to see in the camera, guys, but literally like he's in an office building in a high rise, okay? And there's a bunch of other high rise buildings behind him, kind of reminiscent of like New York City. Okay, you know, Jay-Z, Rock Nation, all of them they're located up in New York City. Can we get one more, please? Stop. Wow. Oh, and then I have imagination at the bottom. Okay, this is giving me like he may have taken advantage of her at a very young age. You see there's a little boy playing with little toys on this card. It says variety, fantasy, and mind. And then you have stop. I don't like that. Oh, yeah, you guys, I'm not, okay, I don't just read cards. Like, yeah, I read cards, but I'm also like a medium. So I'll be channeling and seeing like images in my third eye as I'm pulling cards. And it's so scary because I'm literally hearing her in her voice, like asking him to stop, like over and over, like, stop, please, stop, stop. Like as a child, like as a very young girl. That's very weird. I don't like that at all. But the number 12 is on top of this card. It says break, pause, and stagnation. Okay, so I already mentioned that earlier. I don't really think that their relationship or friendship, whatever, is necessarily buddy-buddy. Oh, let me just call her up to say, hey. I'm going to call him up to say, hey. Like, no. It's not like that at all. And again, there's something here, like, there's going to be an end or a stop to his power, his reign, his control here. Okay, so she's definitely acknowledging that. I'm not saying it's going to be next week or next month, but it's coming soon, guys, okay? Very interesting. I can't help but feel like And there's like a sense of control. It's like she could be viewing him as somebody who may have really stopped her or created stagnation for her when it comes to other business dealings, or she didn't even really have an opportunity to seek out other labels or other contracts because, you know, she was stuck there to sign with him. So it's like, you know, he kind of put a halt on her almost immediately, not really having the freedom or, you know, the wiggle room to do other things or do business with other entities because he was in control. Like if he says go, it's a go. If he says stop, it's not happening. You know what I mean? Again, that's her perspective of him. Interesting. I'm gonna use the same deck and get a couple of these for Jay, okay? What is his perspective? How is he feeling in regards to Rihanna at this time, Spirit? Thank you. What's his perspective, Rihanna? Thank you. Schedule. Okay, number 76. It's like a guy literally chasing down a clock. It says management, plan, and organize. Very interesting. We know that he was, you know, kind of like her overseer for a very long time, okay, over there at Rock Nation, if you will. You know, the one who maybe put the schedule together, put the plans together, organized paperwork for her, the documents, you know, all the boring, monotonous business stuff behind the scenes. He was overseeing that. But why is this here? If I'm not getting something clearly or if something is not making sense, I'm not going to just say anything. I'm going to keep going. Okay? Why is this schedule card here? Eternal love. Again? This is literally the second card I'm seeing with the same exact message. Eternal love. Number 50. It says eternity, consistency, and soulmate. He really looks at her as somebody like, oh my God, like we are stuck together no matter how many kids you have, no matter who you get with, no matter who you marry when you do decide to get married. You and me, again, from Jay-Z's perspective, you and me, we are soul tied together forever. Like I'm hearing like something about blood, like we are bound by blood or something. Oh my God. That's very strange. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. All right, my bad, y'all. I'm back. My allergies are driving me nuts. But yeah, out of this deck, I have schedule and eternal love. Oh, okay. Because this guy literally looks like he's chasing time. So there could be something here about like the contract is running out. This could even be like an NDA. Whatever this, you know, partnership agreement is between the two of them. Or there's some kind of like spiritual time restraint or spiritual clock on this bond or this soul tie they have, and it's run its course. It's almost up. So I don't really know how to explain that, guys, because you know I'm not personally into what these people are into. They are in a completely different realm when it comes to, you know, working with certain entities and dark magic and stuff like that. Okay, sex magic, all that stuff. So it's I feel like my brain is diving into a pool that is way too fucking deep and I don't know how to swim. So that's why I think it's a little hard for me to like get this across, and I really hope and pray that you guys are understanding what it is that I'm trying to say. But this quote unquote soul contract, this bond, this blood bond, or it could literally even just be an NDA. Okay, it really could just be that. I think Jay-Z is viewing her, Rihanna, as somebody who could potentially snake him or turn her back on him once this time is up, or once this contract, this bond, whatever, is up. And I really think that, you know, it's almost as if he's expecting it, but then it's like he's hoping that she doesn't say anything or speak up. It's like these people know that their time is coming. Or these people already know that their time is damn near up. So that's why, you know, these CEOs and stuff, they'll step down. All of a sudden, you'd be like, why is there a mass, you know, a mass exodus, if you will, of these higher ups stepping down or quitting, completely resigning. And they get their affairs in order early on purpose, taking out stocks from the market on purpose. Okay. For example, Beyonce throwing all these darts at a wall, hoping that they stick with the hair care products, the alcohol, the Cowboy Carter stuff. She dropped a whole bunch of merch for Cowboy Carter months after the album dropped. Like, girl, like, you are literally throwing eggs at a wall, hoping something sticks. They have to get their affairs in order and get all the money they can get before the tower falls, essentially. Okay, so it's almost as if he's viewing her as like, damn, it's almost only a matter of time before she's allowed to speak up or she will speak up. Oh, look at this. I'm shuffling and I'm seeing confinement, a man in prison, captivity, tolerance, and unfreedom. I'm telling you, he kept that girl trapped. Like, think about it. That if you're threatening somebody, you only way you can leave this room is if you sign this contract or out the window. That's like keeping somebody a prisoner, or like even just the situation. It's like, what is it, kidnapping somebody? Like, how the hell did she get here? Did her parents come with her? Did she have an ID when she came here? Who signed the paperwork to let her go with some executive to a whole nother country? You know what I'm saying? It's like, the more you think about it, the more it's kind of like weird. I could be completely wrong. Maybe her parents were on that plane when they brought her to New York from Barbados. I don't know, but I never heard that version of the story, at least personally, allegedly. Okay? That's really fucking weird. I'm gonna get some what's the tea, and then I'm gonna get to the tarot after this. If this is making any sense to y'all like this reading so far, definitely leave a like on the video, okay? Jesus. What is Rihanna's point of view? What is she viewing? How is she viewing Jay-Z at this time? What is her perspective when it comes to Jay-Z? Thank you. What is this? In their head? Yeah, so she knows that he's worried. It says overthinking, stressed, overanalyzing. Again, when I pull cards, this is Rihanna's viewpoint, her perspective of Jay, okay? So she could be viewing him as somebody who's really in their head, stressed out. It's like, again, these people know when their time is coming. So he could be very, worried, again, about what she is going to say in particular. Granted, there's a bunch of other people who have stories about him, but it's like, this one is special. This one is really gonna really blow the lid off if she specifically speaks. Okay, so in their head, overthinking, stressed, overanalyzing. That's giving me like Eight of Swords vibes. Eight of Swords, literally like prison as well, jail, being confined, being trapped. Okay, why is this here? Grudge holder and clout hungry. Wow. Bankrupt at the bottom. He's going through it right now. Thief. She could use him as somebody who steals. He may have like taken a lot of money from her, especially early on in her career. Like, she probably could have made 2-3 times as much money had he not been in control of everything. Okay, you have grudge holder and clout hungry. He could have some Scorpio placements in his chart that are very prominent or something. This clout hungry card, it says anything, does anything, makes shit up, and dramatic. So she could view him as somebody who's holding a grudge. Again, I said this earlier, like, he's so narcissistic, like, because she moved on, is creating a family of her own. She's got this empire she's built outside of music and Jay-Z. She could view him as somebody who's holding a grudge about it, like, I didn't really want you like that. We were messing around, allegedly. We were messing around, you helped me get my career off the ground. Okay, but it doesn't mean I have to be subjected to you for the rest of my life, is the energy that I'm getting from her. So he could be holding a grudge, again, because she's moved on with her life and doing her own thing and doesn't want to stay connected to him anymore. And again, guys, Rihanna hasn't dropped music in like years. Sometimes she'll hint at it, poke little holes at it as if she's going to drop a 9th album, but I don't think she drops music anymore simply because of you know, of her contract being tied to Jay-Z and Roc Nation. Granted, you know, 8 albums is a lot of fucking work. She was putting work out back to back to back to back. Very consistent. But I really don't think she makes music anymore. One, because she was doing a lot and she's gone into other avenues, yes. But I really think a big part of that is because it would have been under, you know, the licensing of Roc Nation, if you will. I don't think I'm using the right term, but something about her being in this contract with him, she doesn't want to put music out anymore if it's going to be under him. Okay, clout hungry, says anything, does anything. He could be a gaslighter, you know, makes a bunch of promises and it doesn't even mean it or doesn't hold through. Okay, let me get one more, please, regarding her feelings and Jay-Z. Moving on, drama starter. Okay, this moving on card says thank you next. So yeah, literally holding a grudge. And I really can't help but feel like if she were to speak up or say something or even make an inkling that she was going to speak up and say something, he would make sure that his team would put it out in the media to tarnish her name or ASAP Rocky's name, make him look bad or make it look like their relationship is physically abusive or something to that extent. I know that hasn't necessarily happened yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did. Okay, or something like that, okay? Just trying to sabotage things for her from behind the scenes if she were to speak up or, you know, even hint at something of his wrongdoings. Okay, so yeah. This is very interesting. Thank you, next. Yeah, it's like it's time for him to move around. Like, your time is up. Like, literally is the vibe that I'm getting here, okay? I'm going to move over to Jay real quick with the same deck and see what comes out for him. Okay, again, this is his POV, his perspective of Rihanna at this time. Okay. How is Jay viewing Rihanna? What is his perspective in this situation? Thank you. Happiness hater. What did I say? It's like he really thinks that she's jealous of him and the relationship he has with Beyonce. You know, and I just don't think that's true. Personally, you know, as I'm channeling this, yeah, he feels that way, but that's such an, like, it's coming from a very egotistical, narcissistic place. Like, you wish you were me and Day, or you and ASAP wish you were me and Beyonce. You wish you could have, you could have money like Beyonce. You wish you could have, you know, it's just, Jay, like, no. If anything, the people, I feel like, rock more with Rihanna on a more personable level, right? Than they do Beyonce. I think people find Rihanna a little bit more relatable than they do Beyonce, but he's viewing her as a happiness hater, like somebody who's jealous or something. That's weird. And I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's true at all. But that's coming from somebody's head who's blown the fuck up, like literally. What is this here? Rejected? So he could be viewing Rihanna as somebody that he rejected or that rejected him. Wow, okay. I'm sorry if I pause for a second, guys. Like, I'm really channeling and trying to decipher what it is that I'm getting so it makes sense to you. Why is this here? Wasting time? Okay, it says stuck, no changes, limited. I already said that. Like, he had definitely kept her kind of bound and tied to him, and it wasn't really possible for her to do other things or even entertain other record deals, possibly because it's like she was forced to do that, to sign with him almost. And she was so young and impressionable, you know? He could be viewing her as somebody who is again stuck, wasn't doing a lot, wasn't able to do a lot. But it's not because she didn't want to. It's because, Jay, you had control over that. And maybe because, you know, of her rejecting him in certain ways, okay, but, you know, his sexual advances or something like that, okay, maybe even rejecting certain jobs that he had lined up for her. She didn't, like, if you told him no, he was going to make sure that you felt the repercussions of that. I really hope that makes sense. It's like, okay, you're going to tell me no, or you don't want to do this. You don't want to do what I'm asking you or what I'm telling you to do. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's see how you do when you're stuck in this contract for the rest of your life. Or let's see what you do when I make it hard for you to reach certain milestones. And of course, she has broken through so many barriers and has done so much when outside of Jay-Z. So it's almost as if, him trying to keep this control over her, keep her in this box, literally didn't fucking work. Okay. Interesting. One more, please. Travel. And I have drama starter here again. Go karmic friends. So travel is here. Okay, as if someone's packing up to go on a road trip or a vacation or something. Okay, let me just analyze the contents of this suitcase real quick. Okay, I'm seeing a notepad. I'm seeing a camera, lipstick, and I'm seeing makeup wipes, some clothes, some sandals. Okay, a couple more things of makeup. There's a hat on here. Yeah, I already said that earlier, like with the memories and her reminiscing with this camera being here. She reminisces a lot about the things she could have done if not attached to him, the things that happened with him, okay? Allegedly. And yeah, this travel card, I was just talking about that, how did she get here, or who signed off on papers to get her to this country? Where was there an ID? Was there a passport? Did they just throw her on a private jet? You know what I'm saying? He wasted no time, getting her over here. Travel with this travel card is what I'm getting. Wow. And again, I was getting that vibe where it's like I can't help but I was hearing her literally say no over and over and over multiple times. Wow. Very interesting. Okay. This is a lot. I'm going to get into the tarot real quick, and I'm going to use one deck for Rihanna, and then I'm going to switch decks a little bit later, okay? Oh, Spirit, please give us some clear and concise messages regarding Rihanna's perspective and her relationship with Jay-Z. Thank you. What is her perspective on Jay-Z? Thank you. Death card. Wow. Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. Okay, you got two pages here already. Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. These are messengers, okay? An invite. Page of Cups is also an apology, okay? A surprise, a pop-up. And then the Death card. Scorpio energy again. I said that earlier. I think Jay may have some Scorpio placements in his chart, possibly. But that's like an end, okay? Again, change, transformation. Ego death, if not just something literally coming to an end, guys. Like the final chapter of something. Yeah, I can't help but feel like Rihanna is acknowledging and she's fully aware that there is going to kind of be a major change, a major shift in Jay-Z's world, in his public image, everything. Okay? Personal life, professional business life, all of that is about to change. She could also view him as somebody who owes her an apology, okay, for putting an end or stopping certain things. Again, I really feel like there was something here about putting a pause or a stop to her music and her creativity, okay, because the Page of Cups can represent using your imagination, creativity, okay. Cups have to do with the heart space, things that you love, right? In this case, we know that she has a love for music and singing. So I can't help but feel like she really views him as somebody who put a stop to her, using her creativity. And think about it this way, guys. Pages are kind of like the apprentice, someone who's still learning. They haven't reached the status of a knight or a queen or a king yet. So this is like keeping someone at a very, very remedial, lower type of frequency, if you will, okay, or at a lower status. So she could feel like he really halted her career or halted her ability to create. Because it's like if I'm going to create, I have to do it under him, and I don't want to do that. Is the energy that I'm getting. Wow. And I really hate to say this. I know it could be a little sensitive for some of you guys, and I'm sorry, but he could allegedly, heavy allegedly, he could have like forced her to terminate a pregnancy. Okay, Page of Cups is like a surprise or an engagement, if not a surprise pregnancy. Okay, that fish in the cup can represent pregnancy. And then the death card here, yeah. He could have literally like tried to force her or did force her allegedly to terminate a pregnancy very early on when she was still very young with both of these pages here. Okay? Wow, very interesting. Page of Wands is also a messenger, someone who is, you know, very eager or very excited to get started or to talk to somebody, okay? A little more fun, lively energy. Why is this here? Queen of Swords. Yeah, you guys, Queen, and then I have the King of Swords at the bottom. This is like a surgeon. See these giant ass swords? They're like big ass needles or big ass knives. Okay, Queen of Swords or King of Swords is like a literal surgeon, guys. It's not like a lawyer. And then, yeah, it's like the Death card and the Queen of Swords. It's like she could be viewing him as someone who's going through a divorce. Okay, Queen or King of Swords is kind of like the widow of the queens, if you will. All right, let me get 2 more of these, please. Ace of Cups here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio again. Let me get 1 more, please. Thank you. Oh, Jesus Christ. And the Devil. Wow. Capricorn energy. And Queen of Cups. She could view him as somebody who's very emotionally manipulative, very toxic. Queen of Cups is a psychic, someone who's very intuitive. So again, I do feel like Jay-Z is very tapped in when it comes to the spiritual stuff, the spiritual aspect of things. But with this Devil card here, it's used with bad intentions. It's not of the light whatsoever. Okay, I'm hearing like he abuses like spiritual work or divination. Okay, and even this cup, it's giving me, it's like a chalice. This is giving me Game of Thrones type of vibe, like very medieval, like whatever he practices or the teachings that he practices, they're very ancient, very like old school, you know, again, like blood bound, blood magic. Oh my God, I was not expecting any of this. 5 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups here. She could feel, excuse me, she could feel like he really abandoned her or something. I can't help but feel like he's the type to make promises and dangle a bunch of carrots in your face just to not follow through. You do the work, you put the effort just for him to renege and not do what he said just days prior or months prior. Okay? It's just like giving me, she's gotten her hopes up so many times with him just for him to leave her hanging. Okay, 5 of Pentacles is emotional detachment, okay, emotional isolation, feeling left out in the cold. This is also financial, a financial struggle, if you will, someone who is going through it when it comes to their money and their finances. They may not have it like that for real. So again, she's fully aware that people are going to start making their distance from him, and he's really going to feel it. And it's crazy because Rihanna knows that Jay is so used to people like admiring him and adoring him and kissing his ass, if you will, with this Ace of Cups. Right? Like people just being so enamored by the entity that is Jay-Z and Beyonce. It's just the end all be all. But Rihanna is acknowledging that it's not going to be like that anymore. With this 5 of Pentacles, people are going to walk away from him. And, you know, again, I saw that bankrupt card. She like knows that they're coming after his finances or something. And the Queen of Swords, again, I mentioned earlier, can be like a lawyer or a judge or something. Someone is going to really like come after him. Okay, maybe like I'm hearing the feds, like the federal government or something, is about to tear his ass a new one. And she knows that. It may just take a little while. I'm getting heavy like Scorpio season. If not like Scorpio season into like Aquarius season or something with this Queen of Swords here. You know, and she could view him again as the one that was calling the shots, making the rules. King or Queen of Swords, you know, somebody in charge. They're not really the nicest person. They're not very warm or welcoming. It's very business minded, you know, very black and white. It's either it is or it's not. You know what I mean? Very short tempered. They don't have patience for bullshit. Okay, so she could view him as somebody who is very like serious when it comes to business dealings and things like that. Okay, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense to him. Someone who's very strict. Okay, Queen of Swords does not play games, you know. Very sharp with the tongue, very brutally honest. In this case, we know Jay-Z is not really like the most truthful, honest person, okay? Again, dangling carrots, making promises that he can't keep. But again, it's because it's what's better for him business-wise, okay? And she's fully aware of that. I'm going to switch decks really quick, and I'm going to hop back over to Rihanna in a moment, but I'm going to use another deck really quick just to tap into Jay-Z, okay? How is Jay-Z feeling about Rihanna? Or what is his viewpoint when it comes to Rihanna, Spirit? Thank you. Ten of Swords. Yeah, it's like he feels like she betrayed him. I don't know why that is coming out so much, but it is. And I've got the moon here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I'm telling you guys, he deals with some dark shit. Okay, these women are dancing in front of the moon with masks on. There's some kind of like demon coming out of the water. Ooh. I think he's afraid, very paranoid or afraid that she is going to be the one to put the nail in the coffin for him as far as like speaking up publicly or saying something, okay? And he will look at that as a betrayal. Okay? Maybe she already did something that betrayed him. Again, I think his form or his idea of the betrayal is taking a step away from him, not wanting to do business with him anymore. You know, not wanting to have sexual relations allegedly with him anymore. That's a betrayal. Or, you know, you're never going to have the success or this, that, and the third with I'm not attached to you. He may have like really threatened her or tried to like strong arm her, like everything is going to fall apart for you. Nothing is going to be good for you if you don't stay attached to me, or if you don't take this oath, whatever that was I was picking up, okay? Very interesting. And I'm telling you, I think he would be the type to make sure that her public image is destroyed before she is able to say too damn much. The Rihanna. Like, are you serious? The public is not going to allow you to do that, Jay-Z. Okay, let me get another couple, please. How's he been Rihanna at this time? The Tower. Wow. Came out anyway. And it's very interesting because this type of energy came out for Rihanna, how she views him. I'm telling you guys, it's like if I'm going to eat shit, you're going to eat shit too. Scorpio, Aquarius energy. You got the High Priestess at the bottom, Pisces energy. This is giving me Rihanna's vibe here. Someone who knows a lot but doesn't say a lot. I said that way earlier. It's like she knows a lot of shit and she's got a lot of dirt on him. Maybe with this computer, she could have stuff like on her phone or on her computer, like some old hard drives or something regarding him. Okay, because this kind of looks like, she looks like a detective to me for some reason. Like a homicide detective. I don't know why I just said that, homicide detective. Oh. I don't want to get into that because I don't know what that's about. But homicide detective, why would you need a homicide detective if there's a homicide, right? So, you guys can do with that what you will. And as I just said that, my cat is like clawing at the door right now. Wow. Very interesting. I'm going to get another one of these, please. I'll see if Rihanna at this time. Thank you. The World. Okay. Fixed energy. Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. Again, with that Aquarius, Scorpio timeline, okay? Scorpio season starts the end of October into November. Aquarius season is end of January into February. The World card can talk about travel, going viral, something happening online, or things coming to an end, a chapter, a cycle coming to a complete close. Okay? I'm telling you, he will, you guys. And this is the fact that this is coming out so heavily here. Rihanna really may speak up and say something when the time comes, when the time is right. And he will try to really end her world before she can end his. Very interesting. You could also be viewing her as somebody who, again, is kind of going through it in her relationship. If you guys, again, watched my Rihanna and ASAP Rocky reading, it did come out that there are a few things that she's not necessarily happy with. Okay, but they're more like, you know, lovers and friends. It's like they can get over certain things. But it's like Jay-Z would be the type to be willing to exploit that before she can say or exploit anything about him. Okay? And the world card is also like an accomplishment. It's a goal achieved. That's why it would essentially be like, you know, the end of a chapter or the end of a cycle because something was achieved or completed. So he's acknowledging that she's done a lot. And I think that's why he considers it a quote unquote betrayal, because she's literally has the world at her feet without him. Like, she didn't need him to have the world at her feet. And I feel like, you know, Rihanna may have taken a little while to realize that, because again, she's been attached to this man since she was a teenager, very, very young. Okay, from a whole different country, not really understanding how people do business here in America, if you will. Okay. Wow. Why is this here? Justice and the Four of Cups. Okay. And look, the Ten of Swords showing up again at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, there's gonna be he will definitely try to put an end to her career, you know, all of her income, the hard work that she has put in, the empire that she's built. He's gonna try to fuck it up for her. Or again, this could even be past energy. He may have already tried to do that, but she has such a strong, heavy fan base and people that, again, relate to her on a personable level. That's not going to work. Okay, same thing with Nicki Minaj. You can put all the bad shit out there on the internet all day you want. Try to tarnish her image, tarnish the image of her husband, this, that, and the third. People are still going to rock with her because it's genuine love. You know what I mean, guys? Okay, so you have the Justice card and the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is someone who is very affluent. They, you know, are basking in the fruits of their hard labor. Okay, someone who doesn't really need or want for or ask for much. Someone who's very independent. They make good money being very independent. Okay, then you have this Four of Cups. Ignoring, apathy, rejection. Okay, I had a rejected card come out earlier. Being bored even in a situation. It says over it on her sweatshirt. Like, I'm just over this. I'm over you. And then this Justice card is karma. I'm hearing I'll get my lick back. I'm going to get my lick back. Jay-Z could... Okay. He could be viewing her as somebody who, you know, who will try to balance out the scales or bring some type of fairness or justice to a situation here. That's also talking about contracts, the Justice card, documents. Again, I think there's something here that Rihanna has that he's worried or afraid will end him with this Justice card. And it's almost as if like he knows her so well. Like he knows that she'd be the one to do the right thing to do if it came down to certain things. And I think that's why he's so paranoid or so worried. Like she's not gonna, she's held on to his secrets and the certain things that she knows for this long. It's not gonna matter anymore. Again, I'm getting something here about like an NDA, or there's about to be an end to some type of contract that they have in place, whether that be a literal physical contract, some type of NDA. The time is almost up with that, or there's some kind of ending to a blood-bound spiritual contract that they have with one another, and it's about to be over with. Okay? He views her as somebody who has rejected him time after time. I'm getting like more than one time. Because again, I think it took her a little while to realize, like, I have to, tell you no, or I have to really, do other things, and maybe just even stop putting out music if it means that I won't be attached to you anymore. Wow. It's like he's realizing, or he realized a while ago, that she did not want to continue working with him, and that's why she, went on her own and did her own thing. However she did that, I don't know exactly when this separation happened, or I know she's not technically putting out music, so she wouldn't really be an independent artist if she's not putting out music. I don't really know. Okay, but there's something here about a contract about to come to an end, and her not being attached to him anymore has him paranoid and freaking out. Okay, I'm gonna get a couple more for him as well. Can I have a few more with his perspective of Rihanna at this time? Thank you. What was the relationship like between him and Rihanna? Thank you. Ten of Swords. The Emperor and the Queen of Cups just came out. Okay, we know that he's the Emperor, technically. Yeah, and it's almost as like he views her as somebody he can't emotionally manipulate anymore. Queen of Cups to an Emperor, like, Queen of Cups may be a little easily malleable or fall for things a little easily if she's not like in her highest frequency. Again, another sidekick card here. Someone who's very tapped in, very in tune. Okay, Pisces energy. So this is her showing up as a Pisces, and then you have this Aries placement here with the Emperor. So he is viewing her and acknowledging that she's kind of good on her own. Like, she's built an empire. She's turning herself literally into a mogul before his very eyes, literally. So it's like she's a little stronger now, especially when it comes to like her emotional space. She's financially well off. So he's very fully aware that she didn't need him anymore. And I don't think that he likes that. That may have hurt his ego a little bit, knowing that somebody he groomed and molded and made such a star, if you will, now that girl that you helped bring up doesn't need you anymore. That could really have bruised his ego or something. Okay, and then again, you got the Ten of Swords showing up for a second time. Okay, so again, it's like I can't control her emotionally anymore. I can't, put myself on her the way I used to. She's got kids, she's got a man now, so her environment has changed, her demeanor has changed, she's grown up, she's matured, again, mentally and emotionally here. She's a lot stronger, a little more disciplined. I feel like more protective of her boundaries here. So again, it's just, he knows and he's acknowledging that she's not the person you can, emotionally manipulate anymore, or again, string along. Okay, very interesting. It's like, you know what, she's a boss, she's doing her own thing. At the Hierophant here, commitment, Taurus energy. It's like she's well connected, and the powers that be, the Hierophant can represent the powers that be when it comes to these entertainment readings. So it's like, what can I really do to another powerhouse, another billionaire who's just as connected as I am? You know what I mean? I really hope that makes sense. Not to say that he can't, put the dirt that he has about her out there. He absolutely can, and I really think that he will try. But it's like, again, she's very connected, just the way he is. So, I mean, what is that really going to do for you? Nine of Swords showing up. Paranoia, stress, worried. Three of Cups. He's a little stressed out. He's worried right now that she's going to speak up. Because if she speaks out, that'll be the one. If not Beyonce, Jay-Z needs to worry about Rihanna speaking up, like, for real. Because Beyonce is going to sit back and shut up and play her damn role. Rihanna, she's a little bit more of a loose cannon, if you will, if put in that situation. She will just say it and tell it how it is. Again, but there's something here about a contract needing to end or being almost finished, or I'm hearing the word invalid, like it's null and void. NDAs are null and void, or they don't really apply anymore if it has to do with like criminal activities. So that could be her golden ticket to be able to get all this off of her chest. Okay, how is Rihanna doing Jay-Z at this time? Thank you. How is Rihanna viewing Jay-Z at this time? Thank you. Ooh, oops. Okay, I'm seeing the World here in the night. Oh look, Ten of Swords. He's done for. This Ten of Swords energy shouldn't be showing up this much. Yeah, that is too funny. I'm hearing her say like, yeah, you're done and I'm going to watch and I'm going to sit back and I'm going to see everything. Okay, Page of Swords. So she is watching the slow, well, she will be because it hasn't started yet, but she is watching and keeping tabs on this Ten of Swords, the ending of this empire, if you will, okay? Very interesting. But I have the World here. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles, ending to a cycle. Like, it's a wrap. Your time is up. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles is work, bringing in money and being very good at what you do. Someone who's very focused and attention to detail. Okay, but it's like it's an end to what you have built. Again, the tower crumbling. The tower moment is about to hit. Then you have this Knight of Wands here. Someone who's very like lustful, very in and out, hit it and quit it type of energy here for a good time, not a long time. Okay, that's funny because this is Sagittarius energy more specifically. We know that Jay-Z is a Sagittarius. She could view him as somebody who's kind of like for the streets. Okay, Knight of Wands can sometimes be a hoe, man or woman. It doesn't matter the gender, but that's showing up. And it's like, I'm hearing sexcapades. I don't know why I'm hearing that. Sexcapades? I don't even know if that's a real word, but it's like an end to your empire, an end to your money, an end to what you have built. It gives me an end to your sexcapades. I'm hearing tirade, your sex tirades. I don't even know if that's even a word that makes sense for what I'm trying to say, but you guys catch my drift. Okay, like you're not going to be able to, throw yourself and lust after young girls, allegedly, or young women coming up trying to build for themselves the way you did with me. That's over with, and she's going to sit back and watch. If not, again, speak up and share her story. Let me see. Tower card at the bottom of the deck I just saw. What is this? Six of Swords. Again, people moving away, walking away from him. She may view him, look at this, because of secrets, things that have happened in the dark with the High Priestess. Again, like that magic, witchcraft work. He's very spiritually in tuned. And again, he knows something is coming. She knows something is coming. Okay, I feel like she could even assume, or she feels like he's the type that will try to literally travel and seek refuge with the Six of Swords. Travel with the World card. Go somewhere on the other side of the planet and hide. Okay, even with the Six of Swords, the woman on this card, you don't see her face. She's underneath a blanket. You don't see this man's face rowing the boat. It's like he will go into hiding, or she feels like he will go into hiding. Knight of Wands is another traveling energy as well. Very interesting. I don't know why I'm hearing the word bunker. Like, maybe she's into like certain conspiracy theories, but are they really conspiracies because she's seen and viewed all of this with her own eyes, or experienced him with her, for years, working with him? He could have like some type of bunker or some type of like establishment where he'll be good outside of the public eye, or something that he may try to retreat to when all this happens. Very interesting. Is Rihanna going to speak up and share her story, Spirit? Is she going to speak up and share her story? Spirit, thank you. Is Rihanna going to speak up and share her story when it comes to Jay-Z? Thank you. Seven of Swords. Swords have to do with thoughts and communication. Seven of Swords is a little sneaky, sly energy. We know she doesn't really trust him. She could view him as a snake. But this is strategizing and planning. I think if she does speak up, it's gonna have to be at the right time. Like something that's gonna need a little bit more strategizing behind it. Let me see. Is she gonna speak up and tell her truth, Spirit? Thank you. The Sun. Yes. Yes. Let me see. Is she gonna speak up and tell her truth, Spirit? Thank you. Six of Wands. Yep. She's going to expose. Wow. She's going to speak up and tell her truth. This is giving me very public. King of Wands. Oh my God. You can't make this stuff up. King of Wands. This is him, Jay-Z, literally showing up. Okay. Six of Wands and the Sun. I'm seeing her be bold, be confident, and exposing his ass. Okay. Six of Wands. Very public. That stuff going on in front of people's eyes, on TV, on stage. Like, people are going to be all eyes on this. And especially if she speaks up. And I do see her speaking up and standing out. Again, from a very bold, confident type of energy. Okay? From a very bold, confident place. And it's going to be the truth. It's going to be clear. It's going to be concise. With the Sun card, literally like exposing the egotistical behavior and sneaky, sly, underhanded, covert business dealings in the way that he moves. Like, she's gonna blow his ass up. And I think that's why this energy was so heavy, because he's gonna see it as some type of betrayal or something. But again, with the Seven of Swords, it has to be the right time, the right place. It's not gonna be soon. Seven of Swords is an Aquarius energy specifically. So again, I said that earlier, Aquarius season or something. If not, maybe like June, July, Leo energy here. Yeah, Three of Cups. And it's going to be a reason for her to celebrate. People are going to rejoice and be very grateful to her, speaking her story. Emperor here, again, more discipline. She's coming from a totally different mindset. Okay, and it could be more than one person that she has affiliated with that will speak up, and again, and support her claims and support her story. Okay, it could be 3 other people here on top of that, on top of her speaking up and speaking out. Okay, let's see, Two of Wands. Yeah, and she could be like pondering on the decision or whatever, but but she's gonna move forward with it. It may have been like a hard decision to make, or I see this in the future, like it will be a bit of a hard decision to make with this Two of Wands, like having a fork in the road. But I see her moving forward and championing and really being a leader and like a spearhead in what is, kind of going to be the downfall of this empire that is Rock Nation. Okay. Very interesting. So she's going to play a very vital role in Jay-Z, meeting his fate, if you will. Again, he knows it, she knows it, and this is not looking very good for him. Okay, we got some more closing cards for Jay. How is he viewing or feeling in regards to Rihanna at this time? Thank you. What is going to be the outcome for Jay-Z? Spirit, thank you. What is going to be the outcome for Jay-Z? King of Wands showing up here. 8 of Cups. Okay. So again, yeah, people walking away. People are going to want to leave him alone. 8 of Cups is literally like walking away from something, a person, place, or thing. King of Wands is literally him. Like the Sagittarius man, okay? People literally walk away from the King of Wands. I see, and King of Wands is also like a entrepreneurial card. Someone who's very good with business, okay? Or running a business. I feel like people are not going to want to do business with him anymore either. What is the outcome for Jay-Z after all of this? 6 of Pentacles. Okay. He may try to like give people money or make offers to people to try to like, not entertain or partake in what may come out about him. Okay. 10 of Cups. What is this? 5 of Wands. And the 8 of Wands, I'm telling you guys, he really may try to dip. 8 of Wands is travel, moving. 10 of Cups is a house, a happy home, happy wife, happy life. Things are changing over there. Look at this, 5 of Cups. He's going to be very upset, very hurt, very disappointed. Okay, if this is the case, moving, traveling, again, he could literally try to move or relocate to another part of the fucking world and go into hiding, or this is like his family moving away from him, traveling away from him. Very interesting. 5 of Wands, a lot of fights and arguments going on in the household. Wow, this is not good. It's giving me Russell Simmons vibes. Russell Simmons is all the way out there in fucking Bali in Indonesia. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Look at that. Who's the Queen of Pentacles? The Virgo, right? Beyonce. And then you have the Six of Cups. The happy wife, happy life image is going to be a thing of the past. They're going to leave his ass behind. Okay? Very interesting here. Yeah, you got the High Priestess at the bottom again. Okay? Due to shady business dealings, things that are done in the dark, secrets are going to start coming to the light. Things are going to be getting exposed. Okay, again, he's very controlling, very narcissistic, very nasty with the tongue, you know, very nasty person. Very mean, condescending, you know, someone who always needs to win. He's used magic, spirituality, witchcraft, lies, deceit to stay on top and to stay in power. And that's going to be exposed here. That's about to be done for. Okay? Very interesting reading. I didn't mean for this reading to go so damn long, but I think I'm going to end this here. This is a lot. This is a lot. More powers to you, Rihanna, when you decide to speak up and tell your story. I really, again, do see people supporting her and coming to her side. And again, corroborating some of these stories that she may, you know, come out and expose. But I'm going to leave this reading here. If you guys like this reading, something here made sense to you, definitely feel free to get in the comments. Let me know what you know. Leave a like on the video. It's free. Subscribe. Would love to have y'all part of the family. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your night, great rest of your afternoon. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.